What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick, Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media. Outside of Gillette Stadium as the Patriots get ready to take on the Buffalo Bills this coming Sunday in their season finale. A reminder, we're powered by Prize Picks and Game Time. And today, Taylor, we're talking about a Patriots-adjacent story out of New York. Former Patriots linebacker Mike Vrabel interviews for the Jets head coaching job today. Now, a lot of angles to this. There was a story in The Athletic about his interview process and sort of the offseason he's had with the Browns. As far as Vrabel goes, in my opinion, this kind of feels like a waving the flag to the crafts. Hey, I'm here. I'm interviewing. Let's see what you do as far as Jerod Mayo is concerned. But what do you make of Vrabel interviewing for them? Do you think it's a realistic possibility that he ends up in New York? And what do you make of the idea that he could just be waving a flag to the crafts and saying, hey, come hire me instead?
I think that really is a possibility because one of the things that Mike Vrabel said he wanted was stability in terms of ownership. And obviously, the Kraft family has not been great over the past few years, but Woody Johnson has been one of the worst owners in the NFL for quite some time. So I really could not see Mike Vrabel going to an organization like the Jets that's been historically dysfunctional. That being said, I do think there's something to maybe Vrabel saying, hey, you know, Crafty, remember when I was here last year and I mentioned being a part of the Patriots, even though I still work for the Titans? Like, I'm still family. So I do think there was an element of that trying to maybe catch the Patriots' attention. Sure. Also, would be pretty ironic if you end up stealing Mike Vrabel from the Jets, and then it's because you ended up firing a defensive happy-go-lucky coach that didn't work out. Sound familiar?
History repeats itself, that's
History
for sure.
repeats it. Hopefully, we shall see.
Yeah.
But, I mean, reading the story on Vrabel was really interesting. One, what everybody had to say about him. Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are two of the best in the business at what they do. Stefanski said he couldn't believe that Vrabel wasn't a head coach. And then Andrew Berry talked about how much insight that Vrabel was able to bring to the personnel side of things. But also, Vrabel said it was an opportunity for him to learn more about analytics. Yep. That's something where Vrabel, more of an old school guy. But the Browns are one of the teams that have their entire own analytics department. That's kind of a trend among the league's best teams, like the Eagles, the Ravens. Those kinds of teams have entire established analytics departments. And getting that other perspective, I think, would be huge for a guy like Vrabel. Also, Vrabel acknowledged that he thought when he was in Tennessee, there were times where maybe he leaned too negative when he was critiquing players could potentially be more positive in the future. That was an area of growth for him, which is pretty incredible considering when he was fired from Tennessee, the team leaders were furious and spoke out very openly about how they did not think it was the right move. So another kind of takeaway reading the story is it just sounds like Vrabel is Mayo, except he's qualified, has connections, and actually has accolades to back up everything he says. So just day by day, it feels like Vrabel would be the right choice because, yeah, you could stick with Mayo, but not only has he lost, which was to be understood, but it just feels like he's also dragged the team down publicly, which, if you're an owner, that stuff matters. Public perception matters, and I think Vrabel is someone who, one, would actually invigorate the fan base because it seems like pretty unanimously among
everybody wants him.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like Mayo has many supporters left. Maybe Vrabel gives Patriots fans a little more optimism when we start filling seats again because things have been looking pretty sparse recently.
Yes, it has. We will see what happens. Again, Mike Vrabel interviews for the New York Jets head coaching job today. We'll see if the Patriots ultimately move on from Jerod Mayo and make it happen with Mike Vrabel here in Foxborough. Until then, keep it here on Patriots Press Pass. Rate, review, and subscribe to the channel, and read all of our written work on clnsmedia.com.